This is for all the times you left me home alone while you worked in a bar. I wasn't good enough. This is for giving birth to me. Bringing me into this fucking world. That was a mistake. I'm not meant to be here. I don't have any purpose on this fucking... Why am I here? Why won't you break? Breaking. Fucking care anymore. Fucking care anymore. Fucking care anymore. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. You can never change. I don't care how many people you have fooled. You don't have me fooled and you don't have Justin fooled. Screw up and you'll always be a fucking screw up. I swear to God, when you're freaking about to die, I'm gonna make your last moments miserable. Mike hates you. The senpai hates you. I hate you. Everything about you, you made me who I am. You made me messed up. I'm not normal. I have to take medication to make myself normal. I have to take medication to make myself normal. I don't wanna be like this. I don't wanna have to take medication. I don't wanna die. I don't wanna think that I have to die. I don't want to hate my life. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. What did I do wrong? Why couldn't you just love me? I was just a child. Why couldn't you love me? I just want to be loved. Now, because of you, every time somebody insults me, I think that it's fucking true. No matter how many people tell me they're wrong, I always think it's true. Every day I remind myself that I'm fucking messed up. I'm not normal. Everybody who's called me crazy was right. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like this. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. want to fucking cry. I don't want to mess up my makeup. You guys okay? You guys okay? You alright? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babies. I'm sorry. Come here. Come here. Come here. Little stretch. It's up. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. It's you. Come here. Kiss, kiss. Come here. Come here, honey. It's okay. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Come here, man. There you go. I want that. You don't want to? You sure? I love you. Here. Hold on. Yeah. It's you. Come on. Give me kisses. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Come here, Mama. Good boy. Good boys. This is why I love you guys. You're so smart. Yeah, do you have a walnut? I see you got a walnut. You're so cute. I love you. That's one of the things that I knew was going to upset me, and that's why I gave a warning. It's hard to break videotapes. I hate Mother's Day. Every time, every year, we get Mother's Day stuff in the fucking store. I just imagine myself burning it all. When Erin's on her deathbed, when we know for sure that she's gonna die, I am going to spend every moment by her bedside telling her everything she did wrong, everything that hurt me, every single goddamn thing. I'm going to make her last moments absolutely miserable. She is going to fucking hell, and I'm going to send her off with the worst feeling of dread. She threatened to kill my animals. I had already said that. And she supposedly loved animals too. She'll never change. She has my grandmother and my aunt and a bunch of other people convinced that she's changed. But Justin and I know she'll never change. I'm always afraid that I'm going to be like her. Always. I'm always afraid that if I have kids, I'm going to abuse them. I'm always afraid that I'm going to just use people to get whatever I want. I'm afraid that I'm just going to end up failing at everything, just like she told me. They always say you're always like your parents, and I don't want to be like my mom. That's why I hate the way I look. That's why I rarely ever accept that I'm pretty or cute, because I look exactly like her, especially when I have my makeup off. I just look so horrible when I have my makeup off. When I was 18, I was having a huge breakdown, and I constantly slammed this side of my head against the wall. And that's one of the things that I really do when I'm breaking down, is I hit my head against the wall. I don't know why I do that, but I hit it so hard that time that I actually passed out for a couple of hours, and I was just dumbfounded when I woke up. I think it was like about 11 o'clock or something. Senpai says that I didn't die for a reason, that something was looking out for me. That's kind of when I started to question my, I was agnostic at the time. That's when I started to question my agnosticism. Yeah. New word. Add it to your dictionary. And because of that, I can't remember a lot of things. That's why I have short-term memory loss. Sometimes I can't remember what happened yesterday or even the morning of. I can't remember what happened last week. I can't remember who I told what. I can't remember if I told somebody something in person or if I dreamt it. The worst thing, the one that made me really scared, is I was at Senpai's house, and there was a ring hanging from the string of her ceiling fan to turn it on and off, and there was a ring hanging from the string, the ring and the string. And I said, "That's a cute ring, where did you get it?" And she kind of looked at me like weird. And she said, you gave that to me for my 18th birthday. Her birthday's in July and mine's in November, so obviously, you know. I couldn't remember a goddamn thing. I can't remember half of the year of when I was 18. I remember having pink hair and having, you know, during school having one of the biggest manic episodes that I've ever had. Having the biggest manic episode when I turned 19. I don't remember being at her birthday. I don't remember giving her the ring. I barely remember owning the ring. I think it was like 3 types of amber in a triangle or something. I don't know where I got it. And it scared me. It made me go, okay, what the fuck did I do? I had a friend named Rita. She had ADD, so she was really hyper, and sometimes she got on my nerves, but she was such a good friend that I was just like, honey, I love you, but calm down. So I was really nice about it. She was just so sweet. So fucking sweet. She lived in the apartment right next to me. She spent the night for the first time in my apartment, and we were fine, you know, we had fun. Next morning I wanted to make her breakfast. And for whatever reason, that bothered Erin so much that she started shouting. Poor fucking Rita. Poor fucking Rita. And she forced me into a corner and hit me with a wooden spoon. And she, whenever I tried to leave the corner, she would slam my head into it. I don't know where this punishment came from, but she made me hold like books on either hand or something. I don't even fucking know, but I was like, Rita, go home. Go home. You don't need to see this. And her parents just hated Erin after that. But they couldn't really do anything, you know, to get me out of there or anything. I had a fascination with killing at a young age, of course. I actually didn't know that death threats were wrong until I was about 13. I used to threaten to kill people all the time whenever they made me mad. I'm just like, you're gonna die, or I'm gonna fucking kill you. I didn't know until I got in trouble for it, and I was like, what's the big deal? You know, they need to die. And apparently death threats were wrong, and now of course I know that. It's like, duh. Of course they're wrong, but that was one of the things I was never taught right from wrong, because I always had these fantasies of killing the people I hated, just drawing, and it's just like, ugh, I constantly have nightmares. I barely have any good dreams, and when I do, they're so funny. I love them. The funniest one is still, I have 2. One that really still sticks into my mind is there was an artichoke on the counter. It was just a normal artichoke. I went to take it, to cook it. It sprouted legs, no arms, no face, sprouted legs, ran off the counter, and I was chasing this fucking artichoke on legs. Another one, I don't remember what I was dreaming about, but before I woke up, before my alarm went off, some French guy goes, "Zin napkins." And I wake up to my alarm and I sit up and I go, "Zin napkins?" Those 2 will always stick in my head. But I have so many nightmares. My theory is that Anna, since she can't come out at night because I'm asleep, she pushes all of it into my head. And my nightmares, my worst nightmares, have nothing to do with paranormal activity whatsoever. My worst nightmares have to do with friends dying, Erin, and then just fucking, I don't know, what was one? Oh yeah, hang on. I think there was one that was paranormal that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, I remember this one. This one freaked me out. This was the freakiest fucking dream. I don't even know what the fuck. It was so detailed. It was so long. It felt like it lasted for months. I don't even know what the fuck it was going on. Okay, so I wrote freaky ass nightmare. I can't even, it's gonna be hard to recap all of this. So it started out with a huge presentation or event. I was a 14-year-old girl with longer brown hair, and I had 2 brothers, both dark blonde and both dark blonde, one of 12 and one of 6.
I don't exactly know what caused it, but something went wrong in reality. Sometimes I do have scary dreams where I'm not me, I'm a different person. A man suddenly shot a little girl with black hair, but it almost seemed as if he had been controlled. Mom and Dad rushed us into the van for safety, telling us to stay put. Again, don't know how it happened, but everything soon became very quiet. But it was like one of those loudest silences I've ever heard. We got out of the van, and the world was so obscure. It was the sort of dark, like right after sunset with absolutely no lights. There was no city, but a big rundown library. The grass was dying, and there were naked trees all around, growing in abnormal directions. And the ground was kind of wavy too, as if it was once liquid and went like this and then just froze. It was really weird. There was an outdoor cage with a couple young rats. Rats? I could have sworn it was rabbits. Maybe I meant to write rabbits. I don't know. Okay, inside. We were nervous but intrigued, so we went inside the building. It was messy, dim-lighted, and sort of stuffy. There was a brown-haired girl dressed in red and brown, sitting on a couch and reading. We couldn't see her face. There were books thrown helter-skelter around the floor surrounding her. My brother, the eldest of the two, said, "Sorry to intrude, but we're not sure where we are." She slowly looked up at us, and we were shocked to see a face like none we've ever seen before. The eyes were much larger and round than normal, and glossy like a toy's. Her lips were small and cracked as if they hadn't had moisture in their entire existence. She was pale and fake-looking. We were silent as we went to another room, the strange eyes of the girl following us the whole way. We entered a room with bookshelves and bright fluorescent light, one of the bulbs blinking like it was about to go out. There were a couple people standing around. The weirdest part about the room was that everything, including the floor, slanted at a weird angle. So this one wasn't like this, it was just like this. And it was a pretty steep angle too, and the shelves were just kind of curved over instead of straight up. It made me sort of dizzy, and the sudden bright artificial light didn't help. A closer look at the people confirmed we had ended up somewhere otherworldly. Some people were abnormally tall and had long arms that looked plastic, and there were people with strange exoskeletons and no faces. There was a guy with a painted smile and warped facial features, and lastly, a somewhat normal-looking man with long black hair and wearing a black cloak. It is so hard to remember certain things that were said and done. The strangest things I remember, probably out of order. I remember being shot with an arrow, coming back to life, getting shot again, and that repeated a few times. My brothers were as freaked out as I was. I also remember a screen that showed our parents had died. Their soul was in liquid form and was able to be set in a certain area of the room and remain there in a jiggly neon ball. We were sobbing over them, touching the globs and telling them we loved them. Sometimes the goo would break apart, then reform. It was so traumatizing. I also remember trying to escape from these strange people and creatures, but we seemed to just end up in the same place. The man in the cloak seemed to be sort of the leader of this odd world. I also started getting really dizzy and sick, and my youngest brother had gotten lost, so my other brother went to look for him, leaving me to sort of wander like some kind of ghost. My brothers returned, shouting that they had made it to the real world. They tried to take me, but for whatever reason I was trapped and couldn't cross over. It was years before we all got out, but we didn't age. I ended up on a conveyor belt that brought trash to be crushed. I tried yelling for help, but the conveyor belt was too loud. I also remember a flood that was miles deep and the water was dark. I had to walk on a really flimsy bridge. Somehow we woke up in the van, and it seemed like only a few hours had passed. Mom and Dad wouldn't believe us, but we found a VHS tape in the van. We played it back for our parents, and they were horrified. But we all became closer after that. Sometimes we tried going back, even though it was so scary, but it never happened again. According to Senpai, I was shaking in my sleep. Oh, I don't remember that she had spent the night at that point. I'm sure someone here has about 5,000 red ants they could loan you. Why I needed red ants, I have no idea. So, lots and lots of nightmares. Theorized that they were caused by a Natera. Why it still hurts, why my past still hurts, is part of it's a mystery to me. I just, for whatever reason, I can't let go of it. Ugh, damn it! Have to go to work tomorrow and I'm not gonna look pretty. I can't let go of it. I guess I won't be able to let go of it until she's dead. It's like the complete closure is that when she finally snuffs it, I will be at peace. My dad's side of the family actually told me a point where Aaron had held my grandma Sato at the time hostage. She locked the door and blocked the door, and my grandma Sato was just like, people know I'm here. You better open the door or things are going to get bad. So, and she eventually opened the door, and I was home. They wanted to pick me up and bring me somewhere, like to eat or something, and Aaron wouldn't let me go. I didn't even know. I didn't know she was in the house. Yeah. There was this one time, I was in 6th grade, and I walked home from school because I think I missed my bus or something, and I tried to open the door to my apartment, and it wouldn't open, so I knocked. And I knocked. I thought maybe she was asleep, so I was knocking, knock, 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 knock. I tried to throw, like, this soft kind of, it wasn't hard, it was like I think it was like a pepper that was growing in the apartment below me, and I was like, hey, look, a pepper, and threw it at her window. Nothing. I think I was out there with my backpack, no jacket, short sleeve shirt, out in front of my apartment until, it had to be really late, like 11 or 12. And then she came home. She said, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was scared to go home, but I was also scared to be at school. And now I'm scared to be at work because of Brian. I'm scared to be home because Aaron would just torture me. I'm scared to be at school because the majority of the students would torture me. And when spanking was legal, it got taken too far. Again, wooden spoon, bruises. I'm just, cigarette burn, I already talked about that. Crazy dad's side of my family. My Aunt Jenny, I guess, has MS, but that is no excuse to do what she did. When I was 19, I guess somebody knocked on the door to deliver her medicine or something, but I didn't hear it. I was downstairs in the basement. They have basements in Spokane. I totally forgot. And they're used as bedrooms. It's like for every basement they have, we have an attic or something like that. And I didn't hear it. So, and then I went upstairs like a little while later to watch TV, and I guess there was a note on the door. It was like, sorry we missed you note. And she started screaming at me. Screaming. Like screaming like my mom would scream. And for a short while, I saw her as my mother. As Erin. And screaming so much that I was sobbing, and I called my Aunt Carol, and Jenny was just like, yeah, call your friends, call and say that I was being so mean to you. And I wasn't. I called my Aunt Carol, I told her what was happening, and I said, I don't want to be here anymore. I was not planning to forgive her. I still don't forgive her. I hold amazing grudges. When you do something like that to me, I am never going to forgive you. However, my Aunt Amy and my father forced me to go into a basement at Aunt Amy's house and sat there for a couple hours shouting at me and telling me that I should be supporting the family with my money that I barely had. I had some money because I was working for my dad. He was like a construction worker, and I was helping him like paint and stuff, and so he gave me a small percentage of that. So I was on a vacation. I was in Spokane for 2 months. I was going to buy myself stuff. But no, they wanted me to support them. Do you know how big that fucking family is? Half of my family is Japanese by marriage, and it's like they're rabbits, just reproducing, just crazy, and I'm just like, children everywhere. Especially if you're yelling at me like that, I am not gonna fucking give you money. I'm actually kind of hoping that they're watching this, even though they probably aren't. I fucking hate every single fucking one of you! I fucking hate you! You guys are insane, you're unhappy, you're hostile, and I am so glad fucking see you again. And if any one of you fucking call me, my dad can call me. I'm sort of mad at him about screaming at me. But if you ever fucking call me, I know Jenny called me when my dad got in an accident. It's okay because I didn't have to talk to her. I just, I was upset that my dad got in an accident, and that was okay. But she tried to give me her phone number. I completely erased it, and I was like, next time she calls, I'm going to chew her fucking head off. Ah! The entire family is completely hostile. Just completely. And my Aunt Jenny got in a car crash, totally totaled her car. Oh! I wonder if that's karma! Oh my god! And Aunt Amy hit her children, smacked them on the head. I wanted so bad to just yell at her and be like, stop smacking your fucking children! They didn't do anything wrong! They had a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and, oh my god, how old was she? 9? And, oh my god, the morals they were teaching these children. One of my younger cousins got a Adam Lambert CD for Christmas, and the younger cousin said, I don't want to listen to him. No, she didn't say fucking, sorry. She said he's a gay. What did she say? I don't know, she said that he's a gay freak or something. And I turned around and I said, excuse me? I'm gay! And I was just like, and she wasn't the only one either. Like, we were playing Trivial Pursuit on the Wii, and it was a question about Ellen DeGeneres, and one of my other cousins was like, ew, she's gay, and I was like, what? And I'm just like, the things that they are teaching these children. Oh, and my Aunt Amy and my father accused me of saying that my cousins, Tomiko and Kai, were fat. Okay, they're kind of, yeah, I'm sorry, Aunt Carol, but they're kind of big for their size. But I will goddamn say right now, I never, ever said to anybody there that they were fat or overweight or chubby. I told my best friend, of course, because we were talking about child obesity, and that was when I came back here, and I was venting to her, but that shit never fucking came out of my mouth. And when I went home, Aunt Carol, the only one who was nice to me at the time, sent me an angry email telling me that, again, that I would never amount to anything. So later, when I graduated beauty school, I sent her an email and said, guess what? I'm a licensed cosmetologist. Thank you. Never talk to me again. Just, what is the point, you guys? Is it because it never shows the sun in Washington? Are you all just so miserable because you're not getting your vitamin D from the fucking sun? I hated California when I came here, but you know what? I think I rather like it here because we get the sun. So what if it gets a little hot? I hate the heat. I hate summer. Fucking hate it. But we get the sun almost all year round. And with me, with my disorder, I need that. I need the sun. So you guys need to get your heads out of your asses and start being a little kinder. And then maybe you'll get good karma, and maybe your lives will be a little easier. Okay? Fuck you. I fucking hate all of you. Fuck you. I don't know my mom's side of family because my grandmother adopted my mother. I slept in my closet to hide from Aaron sometimes. I accidentally tried vodka. This is the only time any sort of alcohol touched my lips. I was like 3 or 4 years old, and Aaron had a cup of clear liquid, and I said, Mommy, can I have a drink of your water? She says, sure, go ahead. I sipped at it, I didn't swallow it, I spit it out, and I said, that's not water. She's like, you're right, it's vodka. And I was like, why didn't you just say, no, you can't, it's vodka, it's not water. I also had to hide my money from her in one, remember those voice journals where you had to speak into it and it opens? Well, I had to hide my money in there instead of like my piggy bank because she would steal it to buy cigarettes and alcohol. You don't do that. That is my money that I earned myself because because she wouldn't give me an allowance. Instead, my grandmother gave me an allowance. Yeah, my grandmother had to give me an allowance. I told her, you know, you don't...